Alrighty friends, today Bailey and I are going to take you to Riley Trails. Right, big girl? The Riley Trails have got several marked paths that you can explore. There are a lot of bikers here, but there are also paths that are more limited to puppies. When you first start out, you're quite close to the road, so there's quite a bit of road noise as cars pass. But as you get further along your journey, it becomes more wilderness, and you've got the cool sounds of the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. One of the highlights is over in that direction there is a cool pond that we'll go by in a bit. Riley Trail is a leash area, and there are bikes going by all the time, so you do want to keep your leash in your hands. Bailey is more about smelling the other critters that are through the wilderness instead of hiking. But we will get you some footage of this place as soon as we can get the puppy on the roll. Alright, apparently we've got the sniffs a little bit taken care of, and we're actually making a little progress. Of course, as soon as I say that, off out into the wilderness we go. Come on, big girl. Let's get moving. In the middle, there is a path that lets you cut right to the pond, but we are going to continue on into the forest as soon as Bailey decides it's time. Lots of cool stuff to smell and see, including making new friends along the paths. So this was a pine forest that had been planted, and something got in those trees and they had to cut them all down. And it's probably been 4 or 5 years, but it is really starting to come back, and it is quite green again. Here's where we finally break out. You can see where it's been more recently cut. And there are the pine trees that are struggling. And this is where the path starts to be marked as well. So you can pick your directions and find the right way back to where you want to start even quicker. In several locations, you'll actually find these trail maps. These help keep you on the right track. They've all got the "You Are Here" spot, and then you can see back there is the bridge where we started, and they're all numbered as well. As you travel, you'll spot paths that are less used. They will probably get you where you want to go, but they will not be marked as clearly as the main paths. As we get further into this woods, you start to get a little bit of terrain that is less flat. This is a lot of fun when biking. Bailey and I haven't mountain biked it yet, but I did mountain bike this with my children a lot when they were younger. You'll want to make sure you keep that leash short and in your hand, because when the bikers come by, you want to make sure nothing bad happens to them as well. Of all the parks we've been to, this one is the most heavily used by bicycles. Once again, you can see the signs are everywhere. It is clearly marked I'll get some good pictures of these legends as well, but you can see there are many ways that you can get from point A to point B. This path is one that's really heavily traveled by the bicycles. You can see all the tire marks. And it's also pretty fun too because of all the cool little hills that are going through it. But you really want to maintain your leash and making sure you've got an eye in front of you and behind you as you stroll. Today we're trying something different. We are recording video with my GoPro Hero. Kind of hoping that this makes it more stable. It'll at least be interesting to be able to compare what's different between the two different ways I've recorded. This is also not using a lavalier mic, so it'll be interesting to see how the audio turns out. Somebody just went off-road and found somebody's house. Let's leave them alone, Bailey. We don't know who lives in there. Looks like a pretty big hole, though. If you're looking for a scenic walk and a lot of green, it's hard to beat Riley Trails this time of year. Let's go this way, Bailey. Good girl. There is a huge variety of trails. You can see there's some that are unmarked. Right now we are at this trail that lets us go to the pond. So let's, instead of going that way, slip towards the pond. You ready, Bailey? Are you ready for the pond, kiddo? Let's roll, puppy dog. Make sure you pay attention when you get to these crossroads. Sometimes the bikes come up on you pretty darn quick as they're heading across their nice little hilly paths. Another squirrel. And this is also where we come up on the pond. Bailey, leave it. I know it looks like fun, but we're not chasing squirrels. Good girl. Yeah, you saw a frog jump, didn't you? We're not going in after the frog. And you had two birds jump. No, I don't want you out in the water. Actually get a chance to see a little fish right there. Looks like a sunfish. And a couple more over that way. Back up on dry land. Nice little stroll towards the bridge. It's nice for her to be able to meet all the other critters when there's no, but it's not my favorite kind of walk because you don't get as much time walking. Right, big girl? You don't even care about my wishes, do you, puppy dog? Which is fine. park in half. It also gives you tons of options for how you want to go about your trip. As you walk, you will find signs talking about some of the cool things that are going on at our Ottawa County parks and recreation areas as well. Do be aware there are ticks out and about. Make sure you check yourself and your puppy. The park also has cleanup off after your dog bags, which is excellent for you. And there are trash cans on your way out, so you have a place to put them. It has one of the larger parking lots, and the parking lot is paved. It has a nice restroom, and you can see they are also trying to limit the invasive species by having you brush off your feet on the way in and the way out. There is an awesome trail map that you can use to double check where you're headed. And of course you've got the sign that has the park rules that you need to keep track of as well. Alrighty friends, thanks for watching another episode of Dog Daze with Bailey and I. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. If you've got a question, comment, or even a suggestion for another path we should try out, please add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech, and of course, Bailey. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.